So, it's no secret you've had a few drops early. Mentally, how do you process that as a receiver and keep yourself engaged and all that?
Just know that there's always another play. Not getting too down on myself when I do get a drop. I feel like in the first half I had a drop. Second half I didn't have any because I was more locked into what I need to do and help the team win, and that's catch the ball. That's mainly what I do.
You got to the fourth quarter and you had 3 catches, pretty big situations. Mm-hmm. Is that one where you, as a receiver, or you just have to have no memory of what you've done in the past?
No, exactly. Yeah, it's like a new play mentality. Always knowing that there's going to be another opportunity to prove yourself, and if there's not, then there's always next week. There's always something you can work on after the game, going into practice, the next week's practice. So I feel like just drops been my biggest emphasis is, catching the rock.
Take us through the 17-yard touchdown play, because there was a lot that happened on that one.
So I caught the ball, and I was supposed to get back outside, but the guy had shot down, so I had cut off of him, but then I seen another guy coming from the other side, so I jump cut. And then after that, it was just instinct, everything I did after that.
I mean, when you caught the ball, it didn't look like a touchdown play at first. What were you thinking?
I was thinking touchdown.
Well,
I was thinking I had to get in the end zone, and if I don't, I have to get at least really close to the end zone, because the way that the look was, it was perfect for what we were trying to run. So yeah, it was either a touchdown or get close.
Now, you obviously had some drops in the Boise game too.
Yeah.
Your quarterback, your coach, keeping a lot of faith in you. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. Just knowing that they believe in me to get it done, honestly. And that's just on me, just lack of focus. I just need to be more locked in to what I need to do, which is catch the ball, because that's my main job on the field is to catch the ball and do my assignment. So yeah, that's just having faith. Them having faith in me is just making me have even more faith in myself.
How do you fix that? How do you fix the drops as a receiver?
Just practicing on it after practice, before practice, catching the rock, and focusing it. When it's coming to me, focusing all the way in until I catch it, till tuck, and then taking my eyes off of it.
Did you feel like you came into the year, you finally got to a point where you could become the number 1 receiver on the team? Did you have that kind of mindset?
Yeah, I did. Honestly, I'm just here to make plays when my number is called. So it wasn't necessarily number 1, number 2, or any of that. It was just whenever my number is called, I'm gonna make the play.
How did you kind of attack the offseason, getting ready for a role on this team?
Consistently working, just every day, doing something to get 1% better. Whether that's routes, catching the rock, route break, route depth, getting with my quarterback, catching balls with him, all that plays a part in the off season.
As a receiver, when you guys are down 3 or whatever it was with a couple minutes to go, mm-hmm. knowing you're going to be throwing it all over the place, is that like heaven to you guys, knowing that this is a situation where you got to produce and you got a chance to really show yourself?
Not really, because that's what we're taught to do. We're taught to catch the ball and make plays. But in the last minutes of the game, I was just having faith in my quarterback, knowing that he can get it done, because he could, and he showed that he can get it done. So that's just I was just having faith in my quarterback making the right reads.
You and Chance have always had a pretty good relationship when it comes. It seems like you're a guy he likes to go to. Mm-hmm. Where does that come from?
We came in together. We were both transfers. We came in together. Since we got here, we just been working together. Whether that was on the scout team when we first got here to now, and even off season, we just get a lot of work in and try to get that connection down.
Yeah.
Through 2 weeks now, what have you learned from the offense as a whole?
Oh, what was that?
Through 2 weeks now, what have you learned as the offense as a whole that you might have not known going into the season?
We're very explosive, and we just leaving a lot of stuff out on the field. Nobody's stopping us. We're stopping ourselves in most cases. So I just feel like if we can fix the minor stuff that's been going on, I think we will be a pretty explosive offense.
How important is it to show that versatility of this offense? Obviously, last week having, all of the passing going, and then the run game really started taking off against this Fresno game. How important is it to have a versatile offense that can win in both ways?
It's very important because if one thing's not working, we can go to the other, and then we can play off of that. So, like, if the run's not working, we can play off the pass. If the pass not working, we can play off the run. So I just feel like it's good that we have great backs in that room and then great receivers that can also make plays happen.
Have you felt like the volume of plays down the field has gone up, or do you just feel like you guys have been capitalizing more on opportunities downfield?
I think we've been capitalizing more. Like I said, we have a few drops, but we've been exploiting the deep routes that we have, and I just feel like we have a lot of good play calling that we need that we use.
There was so much made from that first fall scrimmage where the offense didn't score any touchdowns. Was that sort of that turning point for you guys to be able to be like, hey, we can never allow this to happen once again?
Yeah, it was. We just got together as an offensive group, and we were just telling each other that we need to tighten up and get done what needs to be done.
You kind of talked about it in general terms there, but what do you feel like the offense as a whole can do more or do better to get more out of the passing game?
Executing, which is whether that's catching the ball or running the right route or playing off the play action. Like, we just got to execute.
Being in a tough game like that, so early on in the season, what does that do for you guys' growth and, confidence going forward?
It brings us together as a team. Like, you can see in the game, it was a 4-quarter fight, and we didn't stop in the third quarter. We didn't stop in the early fourth, but we stopped when it was 0-0s. And I just feel like as a team, that's good to show that early on, because we shouldn't have to worry about that moving on into later in the season.